Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a changing of the guard. So sit back, relax, grab yourselves a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So, ladies and gents, how are we all doing? As the title suggests, changing of the guard. What I mean by that is that my workplace has now got a new manager. Now, the guy who was the manager before, I hate to say it, but yes, okay, he was a bit of a bellend at times, but he actually turned out to be a fairly nice geezer in the end. Yeah, okay, he was a bit of a tart when it came to certain things. He was really anal about everything in the shop, and especially with this whole COVID-19 crap. But on the whole, I suppose he wasn't really a bad guy. Bit of an arsehole at times, but you know, who isn't? If you're a manager, you probably know that sometimes you have to be a bit of an arsehole towards people just to get things done. But it is what it is. I got on with him to a degree, but it got to a point where it was like, you know what, the sooner you go the better, because I'm going to fucking knock you out at some point. Which thankfully it never came to. So with that, I'm fucking grateful. As far as everything else goes, how is everyone coping with the whole COVID-19 shit still? Really? What the fuck are you doing? Believe the fucking cheek of some people. But guess what? He's riding a fucking electric scooter. Holds no ground against a proper V-twin motorcycle. Or a proper petrol-powered bike. Either way, it no matter. It is what it is, I guess. You're always going to get arseholes everywhere. Doesn't matter if you're on 2 wheels or 4. There's always going to be some dickhead who thinks they've got one over you, or think they're one better than you. Situations being what they are, can't be helped, I guess. You're going to get arseholes everywhere. As well as it being a changing of the guard, this is also going to be a how do I deal with road rage video. Now normally, I'm not a violent person, but it was along this stretch of road this morning that I had to deal with one of the most arrogant, ignorant, inconsiderate cyclists ever. I've never had to deal with someone who was so fucking inconsiderate as this geezer. Fucking hell. Has she got any underwear underneath that? Christ almighty. Anyway, I digress. This particular geezer on this push bike this morning, oh my god, how I didn't fucking knock him out is beyond me. Let me paint the picture for you. Going along, mind their own business, as you do. This geezer on a push bike, it was just along this bit here. See where that bus is turning right? It was just the other side of these lights. I kid you fucking not. The geezer on the push bike, I kid you fucking not, was over here in the bus lane, like literally just here. What he was trying to do was fucking beyond me. It really was. It absolutely had, you know when someone does something you think, do you know what you're doing actually fucking defies logic. It really does. Basically what he was doing was, he instead of staying in the cycle lane, sitting behind the bus at the bus stop, he thought it'd be clever and try and do what I do, so basically filter. But naturally he got caught out because there was nowhere for him to fucking go. So what did he do? Instead of looking where he was going, just decided to fucking cycle out into the road. And I kid you not, he came so close to being fucking sideswiped, it was unreal. It's like, you know when people actually just don't look, they're just that fucking ignorant on the road that they just don't fucking look anywhere they're going. It's like these people, I don't mean to be rude, but what the fuck are you doing? There's 4 of you with 3 children. Cross at the fucking lights? Or is that too difficult for someone to do these days? I guess it must be. I mean, these people can do it, so why can't anyone else? Fuck it, I don't know. Also, just an update in the news. Well, 2 things really. One's a bit of sad news, and one's a bit of good news. So we'll start with the sad news first, and that is that a British superbike rider by the name of Ben Godfrey, I think his name is, sadly died. I'm not sure about the whole situation, but apparently it involves doing a track day at Donington Park, I think it was. I'm not sure, I'll double check that, but I think it was Donington Park or somewhere like that. From what I've read and what I've heard on the radio and stuff like that the poor sod either collided with another bike or his bike collided with him. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the gist of it. And unfortunately he succumbed to his injuries, and my thoughts and sympathies go to his family and go to all his followers and his race team and all his sponsors and anyone that had anything to do with him, because it's always a sad time when someone unfortunately snuffs it. Whether it be their fault or not their fault, it's one of those things. It's a horrible situation to be in. It's a horrible thing to see or hear about, but it is what it is, I'm afraid. Deepest sympathies to Ben Godfrey's family, friends and anyone that was associated with him. It's a sad thing to hear about and read about, but you know, this is what happens when you do the things we do for the love of the sport. These things do happen, can't be helped. It's the nature of the beast, I guess. But anyway, moving on to some slightly better news, I suppose, and that is that Boris Johnson has finally announced that on the 4th of July that we will now be able to go to pubs, restaurants. That little doggy wants to play, but unfortunately I have no time. Boris Johnson has now decided that on the 4th of July the social distancing is going to be reduced to 1 metre rather than 2. As well as that, pubs, restaurants, cinemas and hotels will soon be opening, hopefully to help kickstart the whatchamacallit, the economy a bit more. It's about time the country started getting back to normal. Oh, there's a nuffy. Fucking hell, that dog's huge. My missus wants one of them. I was like, yeah, do you want to pay for the food bills and all the rest of it? But wow, that dog's beautiful. That's a beautiful dog. I seem to be seeing a lot of fucking dogs these days. Pardon me. That dog is fucking beautiful. If I wasn't trying to get home, I would definitely have stopped to give it a stroke. I would have made a point of getting off my bike and giving that fucking dog a stroke, because that dog was beautiful. And it also made my missus jealous, the fact that I got to see one and she didn't. So haha. Oh, this fucking weather is so hot. I mean, I haven't seen my bike get up to 101 degrees in ages, and all of a sudden, boom, as soon as the sun comes out, that's it. And that's one of the inherent things with Ducatis in general. They always get hot really, really quickly. They're like, I suppose you could say, they're a bit like thoroughbred racehorses. You could sit in traffic and you'll sweat your tits off, but as soon as you get it moving, that's it, it comes alive. If I could, I would actually change the way the fans come on, because at 105 degrees, fuck me, that's too hot. I mean, it's slowly dropping now, but 105 degrees is like, nah, behave yourself. Now I'm gonna get stuck behind a fucking bus. Really? I love it when buses don't indicate, and I love it when people pull fucking dodgy U-turns. I love it. I love it. You know, don't mind me, just fucking do whatever you want, do you know what I mean? That was a fucking illegal manoeuvre, but don't worry about me. You know, just fucking do whatever you want to do. Then you get these idiots driving sports cars who really don't know how to use them. It takes all sorts, doesn't it? It really does. Oh, there's another cute looking dog. Fucking lovely dogs everywhere. And so for the last 2 weeks, I've seen so many really cool looking dogs. Like last week I saw Max. The same week I saw a French was it a French bulldog or a pit or British bulldog? It was one of them, who is owned by one of our customers at work, called Francois, and I think his dog's name's Marley or something like that. Fucking cute little thing, it really was. It's likewise with this bike. When summer's over, the bike will be going to get serviced. So over the winter, Ducati John's going to work his magic on this, make her the thoroughbred she once was, and make her so again. I'm hopefully going to get my first track day in soon. Fucking learners, man, seriously. I mean, I know I did a little bit of a moody by jumping the lights there, but fucking hell. And people wonder why there's so many fucking learners that get knocked off their bikes and end up having accidents and whatever else. It's like, really? But you know what I mean? It fucking boils my blood when you see shit like that on the roads. I mean, you wonder what goes through people's heads. I mean, okay, yeah, I might pull the odd naughty manoeuvre here and there, like I just did then. But it's not putting anyone's lives at risk. It's not going to cause a fucking accident. If anything, it's probably going to make me get to where I need to go in a more efficient manner. But why, especially moped riders, this is what fucking bugs me, especially learners on mopeds, on 125s, 200s, whatever. Why do you put yourselves in such harm's way? Why can't you just be happy waiting in the traffic? Why can't you be happy with getting what you need to do and getting it done in a safe manner? It doesn't take, it's not fucking rocket science, it really isn't, guys. It really isn't. All you got to do is look at where you're going, be cautious, be comfortable, be safe. Primarily, it's like this. This woman didn't even fucking indicate to turn up to change lanes. Fucking is what it is. Summer of stupidity, or summer stupids, whatever you want to call it. It is what it fucking is. But as always, boys and girls, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for the comments and the subscribers. Thank you for being there. Thank you for liking the videos and everything in between. You know, thank you for all of that. No, I can't thank you enough. I really can't. But anyway, I hope you weren't too bored. And as always, make sure you're safe on the roads. Be careful. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. And keep away from COVID-19. And as always, adios.